So I was asked to come and take more photos of the area after Hurricane Michael, and it has been 3 months since Hurricane Michael has hit, and I don't know if you can really see the debris behind me, or more so damaged homes. But this is what people are living in 3 months after Hurricane Michael hit. I mean, I'm trying not to spin too fast. But everyone over here feels forgotten. 1 week to 2 weeks, the hurricane was reported on. And then after that, the California fire started, and then everyone left. After Hurricane Katrina hit, you had, which was a Category 3, by the way, you had celebrities raising money, a hurricane concert where musicians got together, raised $50 million to help the families for Katrina, to help restore New Orleans and all the areas that was hit by Katrina. But there's nothing that's been happening for Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe, St. George Island, Weewall, Fountain, Panama City, Callaway, Lynn Haven, Southport, any of these areas, and then all the way up until Alabama and Georgia. Then you have people, I had posted a bunch of photos, for instance, of the hurricane after the aftermath. I had to turn my notifications off, and I had to take them off of being public to private because people wanted to say, I don't feel sorry for them, for they know how to stay. Let me first off say, when you have a hurricane and you are evacuating, there are certain areas that they evacuate. They don't evacuate the entire town. 2, this hurricane was like any other hurricane. Normal hurricanes come, and as the first part of the storm starts making shore, it weakens and slows down the eye wall, making the hurricane actually not as strong as what it was in the ocean. This storm, unlike any other storm ever, continued to strengthen. Bay County right now is trying to get the federal government to list Hurricane Michael from a Category 4 to a Category 5. The last report that it was made was 156 miles an hour. 155. 157 miles per hour is a Category 5. When you hear about residents talk about what it was like to go through this storm, they tell you it was like being in a 4-hour-long tornado. You having kids scream, you having people thinking that they weren't going to make it. Their whole houses shook, their roofs came off, peeled off like a tin can off of a tuna can or something. You have insurance companies fighting them because they don't want to pay. They want to say, oh, we'll fix this, but we won't fix this. They're lowballing them. You don't have the resources here anymore. These people are on their own. This storm was a Category 5. There's no doubt about it. It had 2 miles to get faster, 2 miles to become a Category 5. The last report that was made that it was 155 miles an hour was 30 to 40 minutes before it hit. The storm kept getting stronger and stronger. The pressure system kept dropping and dropping. And as the pressure drops, the stronger the storm. These people need help. They don't need to feel forgotten. They don't need to feel like, oh, we gave you a little bit of news coverage. On to the next. Not when this was the strongest storm to ever hit the United States. I don't know and correct me if I'm wrong, but has any storm at a Category 5 or 2 miles below a Category 5 has ever hit the United States? Now, there's been plenty. I did a bunch of research today. There's been plenty of hurricanes that have been a Category 5 while it was out in the ocean. But before the eye wall hit, the hurricane slowed down. And the hurricane was not a Category 5. It dropped down to a Category 3 or a 4. Or actually, no, a 3, I'm sorry. I'm getting closer because I'm angry, huh? But you had all these people raising money for New Orleans. These people need it too. These people's lives are changed. There's been families on Christmas Day with their kids that are sleeping in tents. It's cold, it's rainy, it's cloudy, as you can see. It's raining on me a little bit. That actually spent Christmas Day with their kids in tents. And then they're being kicked off of where they were camping and saying they can't be here anymore. There's been people that have actually opened up their yards to let them come and camp out in their own property because they have nowhere to go. They lost everything. They lost their homes. I grew up in Panama City. Every weekend I went to Mexico Beach with my dad. Toucans was our spot to go. And then my two best friends and I used to go to Toucans. It's wiped off the map. There's nothing there anymore. A lot of these homes are gone. Like my father-in-law last night, it started raining and he realized his roof was leaking in areas he didn't even know it was leaking yet. I think the government or whoever it is should list this as a Category 5. I think people need to buckle up and help and stop judging people for staying. Hurricanes, we've lived on the coast all of our lives. We have seen these storms come in and they be strong at first, and then, like I said, when the first part of the storm came before the eye came on the shore, it weakened it. It made it not as strong, and it wasn't as bad. It just would end up being a lot of wind and rain. First off, you need to think most people don't have the means nor the money to travel. Second, people are all flooding to the gas station that are trying to evacuate. Then people will be in line people are in line for hours, and then by the time that you get to you, there's no more gas. And then there's been several times known that people have evacuated a hurricane and been stuck on the highway or the interstate during the storm with no radio contact, no police, no nothing. I don't know about you, but I would not want to spend the storm out in my car with my kids freaking out. This hurricane was a Category 2. By the end of the night, late night, it was a 3. I woke up, it was a 4. Right before it happened, it hit, it was a 5. It was like no other hurricane I've ever seen. And I've lived on the coast my entire life. But my biggest thing right now is that these people don't need to be feeling forgotten. These people need help. They don't need people coming here scamming. They need help. They don't need to feel like they're forgotten. We're all those people that, with their fundraisers and the musicians sitting there making concerts to raise money. This is going to cost billions upon billions of dollars to fix. It's not just one county. It is several counties. It is not one state. It is more than one state. It is going to cost a lot of money to fix this. But I'm going to post a bunch of photos later, either tonight or tomorrow, of Mexico Beach, Panama City, Lynn Haven, Callaway. I'm going to try to hit Weewall, St. Joe, Port St. Joe. I can't promise yet, but I am going to try. And if anything, if you will share this, because this needs to stop. This needs to change. These people need help. If we're not here to help each other, then what's the point anymore?